Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then hi, my name is Erica, and today I'm reacting to a video by Black Bigalow again, and I've reacted to him in the past. He made a video on squirmy and grubs and believing the conspiracy theory that their relationship is fake. And again, I'm not entertaining any of those theories on my channel. So if you want to say that, bring your theories elsewhere, or better yet, just be quiet. So if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I am disabled. Obviously, you could probably tell. I have a disability called cerebral palsy, which is a neuromuscular condition. It affects my arms, my legs, and my speech. So I come from the perspective as a disabled person. I am also in grad school for disability studies currently, and while I think it's kind of elitist to flaunt your degree, and there are some issues with that, I think in a case like this, it's worth saying, not that I know what I'm talking about, but I feel like as a disabled woman, I'm not taken seriously, and I feel like, unfortunately, the only way to be taken seriously is to be overqualified for things. So with that whole disclaimer out of the way, I'm going to start watching this video. Now, before I start watching it, I'm gonna just tell you the title of the video, and it's called "The Uncomfortable Truth About Sabia and Loren." Now, I've got to be honest, I had no idea who Sabia and Loren were before I watched this video, but apparently they are another interabled couple here on YouTube, which it seems like Black Bigalow is obsessed with these interabled couples. But yeah, so I'm gonna start watching it.
They notify his girlfriend, they come to the hospital, and the doctors tell his parents, yeah, he's gonna die. Unless we do a very extreme surgery. They tell his parents, and they tell him, he will die unless they amputate his lower body. I'm not gonna lie. I give this kid credit. If he were anybody else, I think they would have just said to pull the fucking plug.
So you give somebody credit for deciding that living with a disability is better than being DEAD. So I guess that says a lot about what you think about disabled people. It is quite gross, frankly. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people think that disabled people are better off not being alive, and that is a disgusting belief that stems from eugenics, which, if you don't know, American eugenics were what inspired the Nazis. Hopefully I can say that on YouTube. If not, I might have to edit that out. But yeah, so he's from that same mindset that disabled people are useless eaters and should not be alive, which is disgusting.
Through life with their relationship. Now, this is a real relationship, unlike Squirmy and Grubs, which is not a real relationship. They're not really in love. They love each other. They're not in love with each other. That's the difference.
So of course now he has to compare them to Squirmy and Grubs. I'll give him credit here for saying that he thinks they're a real relationship, but that is all the credit he is going to be getting today, and probably the only credit he would ever be given from me ever, because this guy is an ableist. Okay, how the hell can you tell if a couple is in love based upon what they are posting on YouTube? Like, you realize parasocial relationships, which are a relationship between a content creator or a celebrity and their audience or their fans. Like, guess what? You can be obsessed with Taylor Swift and think you know everything about her, but guess what? At the end of the day, you don't know her. You don't know what's going on in her relationships, and it is the same way with YouTube. Just because you watch a certain creator and you see their relationship on camera does not mean you know them or their relationship. So I would really appreciate it if these people with their conspiracy theories would just stop. Just stop it already, because it's really not, it's not productive, it's not funny, it's not entertaining, it's just harming disabled people at the end of the day. Because even if Shane and Hannah's relationship is fake, by you constantly not believing they're real, you're basically just saying, I don't think disabled people and able-bodied people can date, which is not true. Let me tell you that.
I give the girl all the kudos in the world. She could have, she thought he was gonna die. She even told him like a couple times, I love you, goodbye. She could have easily walked away from him, right? I can't say most women would, because more women are way more accepting of a guy's flaws than men are. Men would be like, ew. Can you imagine the guy? Can you imagine if that would have been reversed and the guy's like, what? You know what I mean? Because we're assholes.
Why do you give Sabia credit for being in a relationship with a disabled man? Like, that doesn't make her a good person. Being in a relationship with a disabled person, I hate to break it to you, does not make you a good person. Being a good person makes you a good person. And I know that's like, yeah, Erica, you know that. But apparently there are people out there who don't know that. And they think that you're like a saint for being in a relationship with a disabled person. Now, I have been in relationships with both able-bodied and physically disabled people, and I've been with both good people and people that are not good people. So people dating me, a disabled person, isn't what makes them a good person. So I don't know where your logic is coming from saying I give her a lot of credit for staying with him because a lot of people would just leave. Well, you know what? A lot of people are garbage human beings. So that doesn't really, if that's going to be your measurement of what a good person is, you're not going to be very successful in determining who is and isn't a good person. Like, it makes zero sense to me, and maybe it's just me, to be fair, but honestly, it's not just me, so I take that back. It makes no sense. Wait a minute, are you really equating a disability with a flaw? Here's the thing, being disabled isn't being like the hellish type. Like, it's not just a flaw about your partner that you just have to learn to accept. Like, I don't even know where to begin, honestly, because how is being with a disabled person accepting somebody's flaws? Because let me tell you, disabled people have actual flaws like actual people, just like non-disabled people. Like, I have my fair share of flaws that have nothing to do with my disability. So I really don't understand this line of thinking, but then again, I really don't understand any of this line of thinking. I think it is disgusting. I think it is bigoted, and I think it needs to be called out. Not every man is disgusted by his abilities, let me tell you that. Wow, I'm disgusted by ableism. You may be disgusted by a disability, but I think you should spend more of your time being disgusted by ableism, because that is something that actually harms people. Your bigotry and your negative thoughts towards disabled people is harmful, especially when you are spewing it on the internet in front of over 90,000 subscribers. Shame on you. Wow, am I a teacher now or something? Oh God. You know what? I can imagine if those roles are reversed, because I know plenty of people involved in interabled relationships, regardless of what their gender is and which partner is disabled. Like, this guy must not get it out much, because he doesn't seem to know a lot of disabled people.
Hey, you're pretty cute. Snob. Hey, making eye contact with me, bitch.
Did he just catcall a random girl in his video? I'm so confused. He's not a snob, she's creeped out by you. Like, how is that so hard to understand, that when you're a woman walking on the street and then a random guy hits on you, like, you're creeped out by that. You're like, please don't talk to me. I'm just trying to walk home. Like, leave me alone.
They lead a normal life, and by all intents and purposes, I'm sure he gets a disability check. I'm sure she does not have to work.
What the hell is a normal life? And who decides what does and doesn't constitute a normal life? I'm very confused, honestly. I hate to break it to you, but disability checks are not like, basically, to be disabled in this country and to qualify as disabled, you basically have to exist within the poverty line. The government doesn't just hand out money to disabled people. They give a very small amount to disabled people, and if you want to continue to qualify for that, you have to have below a certain number of dollars in your bank account when they put the money into your account. So I hate to break it to you, but like, people think that able-bodied people are with disabled people to get their disability money, when really they can basically work any job and get more money than they would from a disability check. So I don't know where this misconception came from, but I'm here to say that if people are trying to get with a disabled person to get their disability money, they are going to be sorely disappointed, because it's not like we're living in mansions just sipping champagne from our disability checks. It's really not a lot of money at all.
How long can she keep that up, is my question. I don't question her love for him. I believe they were together for at least, a year and a half before the accident. So they're bonded. They're married. That's what it said online. They were married.
How long can she keep what up? That she's in a relationship with a disabled man? I mean, it really depends on how healthy their relationship is and how compatible they are. Because whether they're interabled or not, if your relationship is not healthy and if you aren't compatible, then your relationship isn't going to work out. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's common sense, but I guess it's not. What? Okay, so you're telling me you believe their relationship is real because they were together before he became disabled. So if a person is disabled, then people can't actually fall in love with them? I have no idea what my dog is doing right now. She's trying to bury my socks in the couch. What an odd dog I have.
This channel is not about me talking down about people, and we all know this. I mean,
okay, so if your channel is not about disparaging disabled people, how come you have multiple videos on your channel talking about interabled relationships? What is your obsession with that, buddy? I would really like to know, because first he went after Squirmy and Grubs, which is Shane and Hannah. Then he went after Cole and Charisma, and now he's coming after Sabia and Loren. Like, what is your deal with wanting to, like, dissect interabled relationships? Like, seriously, why do you care so much?
question. You're gonna want babies. Okay. Apparently there's a lot of people that want babies.
Disabled people can actually have children. And not all disabled people want to have children, but plenty of disabled people have children. So I really don't understand what that is bringing into the argument.
Feel like I'm talking down to homeboy, but hey, most women want a man. I'm not saying that guy's not a man, But I'm also saying that most women want a man that can, fix things around the house, kick somebody's ass if they stare at your butt too long.
Pro tip, if you feel like you are talking down to somebody, it probably is because you are. Most women want a man, first of all, that is homophobic, it's transphobic, it's ableist. Like, first of all, being disabled does not make somebody less of a man. Second of all, like, how the hell would you even know what most women want?
A woman feels protected when a woman feels loved, and when a woman feels desired. That is aspects of what it is to be a woman.
How would you, a cisgender man, know anything about what it means to be a woman? What?
Only a woman could be with a person and they suffer a horrific injury like that.
Plenty of people of all genders are in interabled relationships. So I really don't know what you're trying to get at by saying only a woman could be in a relationship with somebody in that disabled, whatever the hell that is supposed to mean.
There's gonna come a conversation, Lauren, where you tell your wife, you're gonna say, hey, listen, if you want to step out for a night of, intimacy with another man, that's okay with me. And you're going to tell her that, you know why? Because you love her. And not to make it seem like it's creepy or it's weird or whatnot, but you are going to tell her this. She's not going to take the offer at first. It's going to be a no. But as time progresses, she becomes 23, 24, 25. My services, but they're not going to be available forever because eventually, hopefully.
So now he is trying to say that because she is with a man who's disabled, she has to look for sex elsewhere, which that is not true. Let me tell you that. Like, plenty of disabled people are capable of having sex. I hate to break it to you. I know that ruins your idea of the innocent, childlike, disabled person, but being disabled does not make you inherently asexual. Asexual and disabled people exist, but that's just like asexual, able-bodied people. And now he goes on to say if she ever wants to have sex with him, he would do it, which, leave this poor woman alone. She's not interested in you. She's just not. I don't get why he needs to add that part. Like, no, please stop. And that is all of this video I am willing to watch right now. It was rough. And I'm sure if you are disabled or if you are against ableism, that was rough for you too. But thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of this video. Because I don't know if enjoy is the right word, but if you thought this was a good video or if you learned something, please give it a big thumbs up. If not, feel free to give it a thumbs down, because I know people that don't like this video are going to do that anyway, so go ahead and do that. And if you have not already and you are interested in seeing more of my videos, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye.